welcome to Super Magic Show. You are named Obi.
And you are named Lando.
That's correct. What time is it, my friend?
7:34.
It is 7:34. Welcome to the show. I'll just get right into it. What do you like to do?
What do I like to do?
Yeah, what do you like the most?
I enjoy long walks on the beach, playing my guitar.
Yeah, so you like normal, healthy, like people stuff. Me, for those of you who don't know me, which is basically everybody listening to this are the three people who do know me. But like, if you know me deep down, like I'm a miserable bastard. Like I am not pleasant all the time. Like there's not a lot of stuff I like. I'm too old to make new friends, whatever. One thing I love, I can safely say this, the thing I truly love almost the most above like, my family and my health and things like that. I love having this show. It makes me happy. It's cool. I love knowing that I have a show because one thing I've noticed that it does is it changes the way I notice things. Like if I see something funny, and normally before this show, I couldn't tell many other people if I see something funny or interesting. Like I have like 2-3 friends, and they don't even care what I say. So like I don't have an audience; no one's listening. But now with the show, it's like if I notice something interesting, I can tell a lot of people, which is great.
It is great, isn't it?
So can I talk to you about some of the things that I noticed? Like I was living in Chicago, and here's the thing that I noticed: graffiti was actually tough to come by because the city did a lot of like political moves to eliminate it. For example, it was illegal to get spray paint. You couldn't buy it anywhere in the city of Chicago. In like 2005, whenever I was there.
Dude, I did not
So
know
like
that.
when you saw graffiti, it was very rare. So it stood out. And at the time on the L train, I was riding the L train, which is basically like the equivalent of a subway system. There's all kinds of like billboards and advertisements throughout the interior. And one of them, I guess there was like some anti-pornography campaign.
Yeah.
And on this sign above like the doors, it said porn ruins families, which is funny, let alone, and like big bold letters, porn ruins families. And then above it, somebody with like a huge marker and even bigger letters wrote LUV, like love, number 2, love to jerk it, like right above the porn. And I was like, this is amazing. I wish I was with other people like to share this moment. This is hilarious.
So he did it in front of everybody.
Well, I'm assuming he did it in front of everybody because if you've ever been on the L train in Chicago, there's no way you can get in like one of the cars without other people. I don't care if you go at 4:30 a.m. Like there's always people. So he must have, or he or she must have done this with like a crowd watching him, and like the balls of this person to like just like, I know people are watching me. Who's that? A nun? What is that? My sister? I'm still gonna take my marker out and write "love to jerk it" above the anti-porn ad. And by the way, can you help decipher that for me? Like, what is porn ruins families? Does that mean like watching porn ruins the family, or is it like that getting into the industry ruins families? Because I think if you get into the industry, your family was probably a little screwed up to begin with.
Yeah. Did the anti-porn ad have like little children crying on it and that kind of thing, or is it?
Yeah, I think it was just like covered with like, it was just like kindergarten kids.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. Now that you mentioned it,
That's pretty funny.
All right, so one thing about the show, we do use aliases. These aren't our real names. I'm not Lando. You're not Obi. We have other names in real life, whatever.
Yeah.
But have you ever been to Urban Dictionary?
I have a long time ago, not recently.
So you can put in anything, and it'll give you like the Urban Dictionary definition. So I checked out our names, Obi and Lando. Can I tell you what comes up if you go to Urban Dictionary and type in Obi?
All right.
All right, there's a couple. There's 2. 1, Obi. Your mom's failed attempt to popularize a classic character's name from the Star Wars saga. Okay, that
Okay,
makes sense. That's where we
sure.
get this from. Like, I'm Lando, you're Obi. We have another guest, sometimes Jabba, as in Jabba the Hutt. These are plays on Star Wars.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I can see
Definition number
that.
2. Obi, noun. A person that steals your weed and is a piece of trash that does not contribute to anything. Anyone that starts shit with people just to do so, and this leads to an epic ass beating. Somebody who can handle their alcohol and tries to slam everyone around him so he feels better about his shitty life. Dude, I'm not even gonna... I think that's kind of accurate about you.
Fuck you. I mean, I don't slam people around me.
Yeah, but you know that you can pound, like, you can put them away.
I can handle my
And that makes
I can
you
handle
feel
my
good.
drinks. I guess. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm way better in drinking than you are. So I usually just like, come on, drink with me.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I said there's 2. There's 3.
I
And
never,
this,
I don't
this is the
steal
final
people's weed. Come on.
Definition number 3. Obi. Noun. A black person that claims they ain't black. I will use it in a sentence. Tiger Woods is such a fucking Obi.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that's accurate. That's true about you.
I don't say that I'm not. I just,
No, but you act like you ain't.
I'm mixed. I'm not all the way black. I don't even look black. I'm part black, yes. But I don't go around saying that.
Oh, man. I think these people followed you around and studied you and then went on Urban Dictionary and then wrote accordingly.
If any of you are out there from UrbanDictionary.com, come see me, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
I'll kick you in the balls.
All right. Well, it doesn't really get any better with me. So can
Good.
I?
Hopefully
So
I'll-
Lando is also listed on Urban Dictionary 2 or 3 times. Lando, definition number 1, noun. Someone who is made to appear to be a traitor, bad friend, or dick.
Yeah, you're a
Due
dick.
only to unfortunate circumstances. So I sort of think that that's not so bad. Like you all right, so basically Lando Carlissian, the character from the original Star
Calrissian.
Wars trilogy, who's given no choice but to betray the central characters. All right, so he's not really a bad guy. He's just a Lando. Here's an example. Dude, can you believe how much a dick Randy's being tonight? He stole my beer and then cock blocked me. What a prick. Person 2. No. He's just a Lando. He saw Eric piss in that beer before he gave it to you, but he didn't want to start any shit. Then he stopped you from getting with Leanne because what you don't know is that she has herpes. That's a Lando. So
Okay.
it looks like you're betraying the guy, but really you're doing the right thing.
I see.
All right, definition number 2, and this I think is 100% accurate. And this comes from a very credible source, Urban Dictionary. Lando, the coolest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Oh, what the?
Until 27 years later, when the Star Wars DVD portrayed him as a screaming like little bitch. Lando got shafted by George Lucas. That's what they wrote.
Damn. Sounds like some angry.
I think that's great.
That is pretty good. I feel like mine were way worse than yours, but whatever.
You got trashed.
I didn't have time to like come up with logical reasoning with 2 people in a dialogue in a hypothetical situation. I just had to sit here and listen to it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, all right. Can we lighten things up? Do you have good news?
Yeah, I do. I
All
do. It's not very.
For all you weed heads.
Yeah, it's good. It's good news. It's now marijuana is now legal in Washington D.C., which I think is good news. If it could be legal there, it can be legal anywhere. So
Now, in D.C., it's not like Colorado where you can just say I'm smoking for fun. Like in D.C., you have to say like claim a medical issue, right?
I'm not sure if it is a medical
Because that's
issue
what
now.
Michigan's like. You can buy pot in Michigan, but
Yeah.
you have to get like a medical card.
There's a number of places that are like that still. I believe Arizona's like that. In the article, it didn't really mention anything about needing a medical card. I think you're allowed to have up to like an ounce at home.
Well, the whole medical card is just
Maybe even more than
bullshit anyway.
It
Because
really is.
like in Michigan, I had at the time a client of mine who had a dispensary, which is like a fancy way of saying like a head shop that actually sells the weed with the bongs. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is okay. Look, here's the thing. I don't smoke myself. I don't use drugs, but I'm not like anti marijuana. What I am against is like weed culture. Because I think it's just so stupid. And if you guys want to push this and get it in other states, then make it medical sounding. Okay, so I go to my buddy's dispensary a couple years ago in Michigan, and this was like right when it got legalized, and he's trying to sell it as medicine. If you want to sell it as medicine, make it sound like medicine. I'm like, oh, what's this one? And he's got all the jars and stuff, and there's like pictures of Bob Marley everywhere. You know what I mean? And it just there's nothing professional about this place. And these
Right.
people aren't doctors; they're like dudes. They're just dudes with beads in their hair.
Dude,
okay?
bros.
Like, hey, bro.
Dude, bro.
I'm like, what's that? What's this one? What's this one, dude? They're like, oh, bro. Yeah. Oh. Is this your first time here? Oh, if it's your first time, you get a free bag of shake. And I'm doing a really bad stoner voice, but whatever. That like they say stuff like that, and I'm like, "What's this one, dude?" They're like, "Oh, bro." I'm like, "Okay, so this is medical marijuana." Yeah. So like, do you like movies? This one's good with movies, or if you have cancer. I'm like, what the hell? Like call it. What's it called? Oh, this one's called Dr. Purple Groove. Like, dude, you gotta call it a medicine. Make it sound
Purple
legit, or else you guys. Oh, if you buy it, that's cool. But like, oh, that shake I gave you, like, just go down the street before you light it up. Like, don't do it here, bro. I'm like, what? This is shady. This whole thing is suspect.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
That's
sir.
not-
What does this one medically do? Oh, that one. If you like to get music to like sync up to Dark Side of the Moon, this one will do that. Or if you have glaucoma, it'll cure you too. Both, bro. Like, what? Do you understand what I'm getting at? Like,
but however-
they need to legitimize the whole industry. Okay, you get my point.
Yeah, that's. You're kind of right, man. It's not. It's got a long way to go.
Here's the thing that actually exists in Wilmington, and for those of you who don't know, we are based out of Wilmington, North Carolina, and I think it was like after our like 5th or 6th episode, we got voted Wilmington's #1 health and fitness podcast. Which is pretty deserving, I think. And so what we do, we pay attention to things that involve health and fitness. And one thing that's happening in Wilmington, North Carolina, is MA. I have a friend who like is aware of this. It's MA as in, like, you know how there's Alcoholics Anonymous, AA,
Yeah.
Narcotics Anonymous, NA. There's another one that has meetings at the Lutheran Church across the street from my house. MA, Marijuana Anonymous.
What?
So I was talking to this dude about it, and I'm like, what do you even do? And he's like, basically, it follows like the same 12 steps as AA. Okay, and one of those steps, I think it's step 8, you are like required to go around to people you've hurt as a result of your addiction and apologize genuinely.
Sure,
so
yeah.
like you'll go up to like your brother and be like, oh man, I'm sorry that I got hammered and ruined your wedding. I'm sorry to my nephew because I was in jail instead of going to your graduation because I got a DUI. Like if you're a drunk, your list goes on and on.
Yeah,
and on.
it gets
You've
bad.
done some stuff. Marijuana? What do you even apologize for? Like, here's the list. Hey, bro. Sorry I took too many, like, bong rips the other day. And I talked to you about Dr. Dre for, like, 3 hours. And end of list. Like, that's the only thing you've ever really done.
I know you hate Dr. Dre so much, but
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I'm going to make you... Sorry, but, like, for real, you got to listen to my mixtape of the Allman Brothers. Please, man. I'm not leaving until you pop that in. Listen to those jams. Just the choice nugs.
Like, God, you are so high. You're so high. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing
But like
yourself.
that's the end of the apology list. You have like 2 things to apologize about, and that's it. So, MA, please just stop existing. That's stupid.
Get it together.
What time do we have? Do we need a break from our sponsors? You want to do a vocab of the day? What's happening?
Vocab of the day? What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Oh, this is a new thing. We have word of the day. So
Okay.
starting now, every episode we're gonna do word of the episode, whatever.
Cool.
It is. Okay.
Awesome.
Word of the week, and as always, this is gonna come from Webster's Smart Fuck Thesaurus. That's Thesaurus. Webster's Smart Fuck Thesaurus. This is an actual publication. You can buy it at Borders Bookstore.
Wow.
And this is what these are the words that we have. Have you Farouche?
Farouche.
Do you know Farouche?
I do not.
Farush. Farouche. Definition: cranky, irritable, unsociable, withdrawn, fierce. Dyspeptic. Word within a word.
Wow.
Okay.
Learning all
That's
kinds
a
of shit.
synonym for farouche. All right. So if those of you who are new to the show, go back to like episode, the one where we, I think it's called Hurricane Chief.
Yeah.
There's 2 where we actually interview a gentleman named Chief, and then I think a couple episodes after that.
Yeah, El Toro.
El Toro Rojo.
El Toro Roje.
Roje.
As he put it.
He's a frequent guest and friend of the show, and we make fun of him all the time. So Farouche, cranky, irritable, unsociable, withdrawn, fierce, dyspeptic. Synonym for Farouche.
Trying to think of somebody.
Who's Farouche?
Who's
a Farouche?
Woody Allen.
I don't know if that is withdrawn and fierce.
Maybe, not fierce. Withdrawn and fierce.
This is the second time we've mentioned Woody Allen on the show. Oh, man, this is funny. Okay, wait, go on. I got something to say about this.
No, I'm done. I'm trying to think of somebody else's Farouche that fits more into the definition.
I mean, I would almost say like a Tony Soprano. Well, no, he's not withdrawn. I don't know. Dude, no, the only one who fits this perfectly is Lando.
You?
Oh, not Lando. Did I say Lando?
You said Lando.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Jabba. He's the one who played Chief. He's the one who's a frequent guest of the show. I'm just looking at my notes here, and I, miswrote something. I am Lando. I am not Farouche. Jabba most definitely is, because he's kind of an ass. Okay, so can I talk about Woody Allen? This is the second time that he's come up, because I think the first time was when we were doing band names, and you said,
Yep.
I think a contender was
Neurotic
Massage. In parentheses, Woody Allen gives you a happy ending. Now listen to this. I'm watching the Lifetime channel.
Why?
A month ago. Do you know what that is? It's like the one for
I know
women.
why.
It's like women's and okay.
That's why I'm asking. Why the hell?
Dude,
never mind.
because
Just
this
never mind.
was hilarious. All right. I'm watching this made-for-TV movie about a lady. She's like this pretty lady. She gets this job as a masseuse. Okay?
Nice.
At like an Asian masseuse place, massage parlor.
Sure, yeah.
And at like day 1, she like gets a request to do a handy.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Asian
But
massage
no,
parlor.
and she like claims that she doesn't see this coming. But oddly enough, it's sort of like, I think it tries to be a woman's empowerment thing, because instead of being like disgusted by it, she's like, I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to give these guys the best handies ever. Like, I'm going to be a professional. Like, hear me roar. I am woman. Hear me roar. Whatever. And all these dudes, of course, are like not the type of actual men who get handies. Like a dude who goes to the Asian masseuse to get some HJs is like... like a sad, overweight, divorced dude who like just filed bankruptcy and like is just down and out.
And these
needs it.
all these guys look like Fabio and
All the dudes on the show or on the movie, they have like 6-packs.
and she's
they're
like, this is awesome.
They all look like John Hamm. Like they just look great, you know.
Jeez.
And so she gets into it or whatever. And the whole time I keep on watching, because I'm like, I could think of 1,000 names for this movie. The real name of it is lame. But I was like, there could be so many good names. Can I give you some of my top picks?
All right.
Head and Shoulders. Get it? Like you get a massage and you
yeah,
get pleasure.
I get it. That's awesome.
Head and shoulders. Okay. This one's, I don't know if it's one of my tops, but whatever. 5-finger discount.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. You stole my heart away.
This one, I can't even say this next one. Risty business.
That's good. That is good.
It should have been called Risty Business. So I'm sitting watching Lifetime, like just writing this stuff down. I'm like, holy shit, there's so many good names for this movie, and none of them are what the movie's actually called. The real name of the movie is like The Client List. Like it sounds like some John Grisham,
yeah, right.
like Office horror movie, like Office thriller. Like that's lame. The client list. Dude, it should have been Risty Business. That would have been great. Or Head and Shoulders. I like that one too.
That one's pretty good.
So that's the second time we've mentioned HJs within the last like 3 episodes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
what else is going on?
not much. We're running out of time.
Okay. How much time do we have? Do we have a quick word from our sponsors?
Yeah. Well, I got a music plug.
Okay.
It's by our good friend Robert Kramer, who is just making love to our ear holes.
Yes.
His new album is called The South and Goodbye. It's by Robert Kramer. You can find him on Bandcamp. And the name of the song is Bandage. And fantastic album. Rob, keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, Rob.
You basically are like on almost every one of our episodes. So thank you. And thanks for tuning in.
I keep my hands in